My main intention behind this installation is to create awareness for the children with regards to our consumption habits, especially when it comes to our clothes, but in a more like fun and engaging manner for them. So in this way, I hope through the materials that they use here and then the prompts that they can see on the wall, they are encouraged to question their choices as consumers and to realize that as consumers they do have power and a voice when it comes to like the choices that they make.
For this particular work, I wanted to show what happened to our coastline, not only our coastline, because if you see some of the stuff I collected, they are not really from us, but from other places. Yeah. So for this installation, I create the feeling of the tide, and it's immersive, so the audience, young audience, adults can experience it within the tide. So I want you to imagine yourself like fish. What happens if you have to swim among with all the merry debris?
Just inviting everyone to create their own or design their own transformation of the future.
We've added additional textures onto the bricks, such as this black material and reflective material, to hopefully engage the younger children as well.
There's also a drop-in activity where we invite children to participate in the activity. There is an AR activation where my colleague here, Shannon, will introduce it.
Hi, this fantastic group of array of activities of the Biennale body. There's an AR activation at the end here. If you use your smartphone and scan the QR code here, what we want to do here is to actually encourage children to respond with their creativity and also be a part of the Children's Biennale. And once you scan the QR code, have your child, the children draw in the character here. And once it's done, and when it scans, it actually pops out this 3D augmented reality version of the children's Biennale buddy character that we have. With this, you could increase the size, you could feed it, let me just drop it somewhere else, and it could be on the table interacting with the artworks like this. You could feed it with one of the food that is given to it.
From my kid, yeah, when they draw the house, this is really nice. When they draw watering can, this is the very simple step. Somehow.
Some of our colleagues are also trying to get a picture from an angle.
Last year during the pandemic, because of all the limitations, we added a new aspect to the website, which is digital interactivities or games. And that took the form of like digital artworks that our commission artists presented alongside their physical installations. So what we did this year is that we commissioned game developers to create 4 different games for the GCB microsite, responding specifically to each core value. So there's a game for care, there's a game for respect, there's a game for collaborate, and a game for imagine. All of which also has connections to our collection here at the gallery. So this is an extension of the game that was developed for the core value of collaborate. Yes, you can scan.
Untitled Zone is a very, very special area at the beach because it's where the sea meets the land. This is a place that is accessible to all because whether or not you know how to dive, you don't know how to swim, you enjoy the beach and you play hide and seek with Mother Nature, taking a look at every single small thing that is in the sandy area, in the seagrass area, in the rocky areas. So this time around in my piece, it contains a lot of different elements. And all these elements invite you to be very tactile as you step through here. So at the very start of the exhibition, you see this little shell over here. First, it invites you to almost live your life as a little hermit crab as you pop yourself inside. Later on, feel free to go inside because it's so cozy and intimate, you might just want to live inside. When you head inside, you will see the illustrations of the ex-tenants of this shell. The orange striped hermit crab, the sea snail. So all these are the little ex-house made in this shell. And as you go into the shell, it also invites you to really look at the whole intertidal zone with a different point of view. Almost like you are the animal looking at the whole beach and the whole zone here. So that is the shell. Also, as you walk through here, the intertidal zone is made of three areas: the sandy, the seagrass, and the rock. So later on, when you look through, you can also spot the little animals in here.
So I often think about, you know, when you are like traveling around.
These are very soft sculptural pieces. Again, they are Jali scripts, and we invite kids to sort of pull them out, try.
Platform. This work called is the optical path, right? The upper floor is the compound. As my previous explanation, I got inspiration from I mean about the color from the
We look at the object. I need more focus. It's a bit dark inside, and to get
So just a little bit more about the inspirations. So as a parent of 3 children, this is my third one, I've really observed how parents tend not to be so present in our lives, and we are also hardly present and aware of the environment in a sonic sense. So we don't listen so much and we don't pick up so much of the sounds in our environment as we would if we were to consciously and be listening still. So I really invite everybody to take the opportunity in there to find a restful, present space to enjoy your very state of being by listening not only through your ears, but listening through all parts of your body, whether it's a sensation, whether you notice a movement triggering another effect in the environment, or whether a movement could trigger another sound in the environment. And to your surprise or not, some of these sounds will actually be recorded and form the larger soundscape that you hear. So enjoy it, and we'll speak a little bit more in the womb.
Together as a collective because it's the 3 of us, right? So I'll just speak about, I guess, my quote-unquote role first. For this experience, I designed mainly, I guess, all the visual elements.